If you would please open your Little Atheist book to page 86. So number 2 says this, number 2 in the Engage on page 86. How would you go about discussing miracles in their proper context with skeptics? And I'm just going to read the blanks, correct anything that you haven't completed, or you don't have right on. The theistic nature of this universe makes miracles possible. Ancient documents say miracles are to be expected. Historically confirmed eyewitness documents say miracles are actual. Additional confirmation includes outside sources and archaeology. So now number 3, how would you go about responding to a skeptic who says that they need extraordinary evidence in order to believe in an extraordinary event like the resurrection? That's one thing you might say to such a person. Yes, no.
What about the Big Bang?
Okay. Yeah.
Why they don't need extraordinary evidence?
Why this one and not other things, Davis? That's a good point. Like, to make sure you're on the same wavelength. What is extraordinary? What is your definition of extraordinary? What?
Just kept needing more evidence. More evidence.
Yeah. How much evidence is enough evidence? And then how can you confirm a miracle without miracle, right? If you are steadfastly opposed to miracles, there's no such thing as confirmation. And then kind of going along the lines of what Nick said, you could talk to them about all of the evidence of a theistic universe. That entire first semester, right, was all about why is there something instead of nothing? And if you've got a box with nothing in it, how do you create something without using something outside the box? And so all of that evidence, all of that scientific, logical, philosophical, mathematical evidence that we have a theistic universe, that there is a God who created the universe out of nothing, which is the greatest miracle ever. If that miracle can happen, then any miracle. That means miracles are possible. Number 4, how would you respond to a skeptic who says that miracles cannot affirm any one religion over another because all religions profess to have them?
Not all religious miracles are the same. The Bible is the only text that has verifiable evidence for miracles.
Yeah. It's easy to say a miracle happened, right? Anyone can say a miracle happened. It's how do you prove that, or how do you attest to that? So yes, other religions speak of miracles, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're true. So not all miracle claims are alike. And again, the theistic universe, we have ample proof of the possibility, the plausibility of miracle in a theistic universe. And then as Quentin alluded to, only the New Testament has abundant attestation and outside sources attesting to the miracles of Jesus. That's pretty extraordinary. I'm not sure there would be anybody outside of Islam that would attest to any miracles. That attestation, particularly attestation outside of the Bible. is key. Did you read 1 Saul's? I'm not judging you. Okay, I'm not going to get angry at you. I'm not going to, take away your extra credit points. Did you read it? Did you really? Did we read it again, or did everybody read it? Pretty famous. Poem is the right word, probably. So it's on page 324 if you didn't read it. But why do you think Jesus is the most influential human? Maybe you don't believe that. What if you do? And a lot of people would say that, even non-Christians. Why is he so influential? Yeah.
In his time, he was doing
Yeah. Name someone, at least on a national scale, but maybe on an international scale, who is influential throughout time. It doesn't have to just be. Yeah.
president.
Okay, so a president of the United States. What makes that person influential? Power, status, education, achievement. Generally speaking, influential people become influential because of those things. Either they're very gifted. The first third person that came to my mind is what's his name? Warren Buffett. He is very influential in the United States, but even in the world, based on his brilliance in business, and his tenacity, and his knowledge, and his money, and all of those things. And we could name a lot of people, but how many people born in poverty who never traveled outside a small, very small, like the size of New Jersey, of their country, and never published a book, and never did anything that generally makes a person influential, become the most influential human and consequential human in all of history. And it's not a rhetorical question. Why? How did that happen, and why did that happen? Grace.
Because he wasn't this man, he was God.
It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't an accident. He was born for a purpose. Fully God, fully human. One of my favorite verses about the incarnation is in the fullness of time. I love that. I just think that's a beautiful phrase. In the fullness of time. It means at the exact right time. God sent Jesus, born of a woman, born under the law, so as to redeem those under the law. It was God's plan. And Jesus was obedient to that plan. Not so that Jesus would get famous and become the most influential human in all history, but so that he might redeem, so that God might have relationship with us forever. It's beautiful. Questions on any of this? Okay, you have the rest of the hour to work on studying for your quiz. If you have other work that is more pressing for you,